Good morning, children. I am your social studies teacher, Miss Vijayalakshmi. Today, we are going to learn about our resources. What do you mean by resources, children? The things we use to fulfill our needs are known as resources. Example, money and land. We need money for everything. If you have land, we can construct our house. These resources are divided into two types. The first one is natural resources and the second one is human-made or man-made resources. What is natural resources? Children, nature has given us many natural resources such as air, water, sunlight, forest and wildlife. These gifts are known as natural resources. The other one is man-made or human-made resources. Here the man uses natural resources for his comfort. Example, roads and houses. The next is the types of natural resources. These natural resources are classified into two categories. The first one is renewable resources and the other one is non-renewable resources. The renewable resources examples are water, wind, sunlight, etc. Non-renewable resources are coal, petroleum and metals like gold, copper and iron. Renewable resources are more in nature, whereas non-renewable resources are less in nature. Renewable resources can be generated over and again, whereas non-renewable resources are limited. Renewable resources are pollution free and whereas non-renewable resources are not pollution free. Now next we are going to learn about the uses of renewable resources. The uses of renewable resources, in that first we are going to learn about air. Children, we all know all living things need air to breathe. We cannot see air but it is around us. This air is mixture of gases such as oxygen, nitrogen and carbon dioxide. We all need air to breathe, and nitrogen is used in chemical factories to make fertilizers, and plants use carbon dioxide to prepare their food. And air is also used to generate electricity through windmills, which is called as wind energy or wind power. Large areas where these windmills are set up are called wind farms. The next renewable resource is water. Children, we all know there is no life without water. Here, about 70% of earth is covered with water and only the 30% of it is land. The water is also used here for many purposes like drinking, cooking, bathing and for growing crops. Water is also used here to generate electricity called hydropower are hydro no. And today we are facing acute water shortage and water pollution. So to we should get clean water for consumption. The next renewable resource is forest and wildlife. Forests add to the green cover of our planet. They provide us things like timber, firewood, honey, further, etc. I'll repeat again. They provide us goods like timber, firewood, honey, food, etc. Forests also encourage rainfall. They prevent soil erosion and floods. Forest is also a home for many wild animals. We should protect our wild animals by building sanctuaries and national park. Children, we have national park in Bannerghatta, same like that only. Even for example, even in Assam, we have national park, Kaziranga National Park, and in Gujarat we have Gir Forest. Here in Kaziranga National Park, where we can see one-horned rhinoceros children. And here in Gir Forest, on only one place in India where you can see Asiatic lion. And I hope that you all know that Royal Bengal tiger is our national animal. Today many of our film actors are adopting these wild animals in zoo. I think you all know this. The next renewable resource is biomass or bioenergy. The organic material which comes from plants and animals are known as biomass or bioenergy. I'll repeat again, children. The organic material which comes from plants and animals are known as biomass or bioenergy. Example, cow dung. This cow dung biomass is used for heating and cooking in rural areas. The next renewable resource is soil. Soil is the uppermost layer of the earth crust. Our country has been gifted with different kinds of soil types. So we can grow different kinds of crops. Today, India has become one of the leading countries, leading agricultural countries in the world. The topmost layer of the soil gets washed away or blown away by wind or rain. It is known as soil erosion. I'll repeat again, children. The topmost layer of the soil, when blown or washed away by wind or rain, it is known as soil erosion. This can be prevented by planting more trees, or which is also known as afforestation. Okay. Which helps the roots of the trees and plants bind the soil together. Even the terrace farming is an effective method of soil conservation on mountain slopes. In terrace farming, the slopes are cut into steps which checks the water speed when it flows down. The soil which gets away from the one step, it settles in the next. This reduces the soil erosion drastically. Children, let us recall now so far what you have learned. The first one, you learned about what is resources, and then it is the things what we need to fulfill our needs. Then the types of resources, we have natural resources and man-made resources. Then the types of natural resources such as renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources, air, water, forest and wildlife and biomass and soil. And non-renewable resources, coal, petroleum and metals like gold, copper and iron. And here the renewable resources are more in nature, whereas non-renewable resources are less in nature. Renewable resources can be generated over and again. Non-renewable resources cannot be generated, it is limited. Renewable resources are pollution free, whereas non-renewable resources are not pollution. So far we learned about all these things. Now, based on this, I am going to give you the homework. So the first one is name some natural resources, and the second one is name some national parks of India. So that's it for today, children. See you in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Take care.